Distinguished faculty member to come forward and deliver the charge to the graduates. Mr. Corker.
I think I have to put this down a bit. Okay. Mike told me to be calm. That's what I'm trying to do. Try to be calm. It's interesting times, isn't it? Alrighty. I bet the washing. Good day. Maybe a miracle kahe. Maybe a miracle kahe. Shima. We'll be like confident for experience. Doctor, relatives. Something washing up into Jesus up here. I welcome you with a good heart and a handshake. Thank you all for being here to witness your loved one's transition from student to alumni, BHSU. Thank you, dear relatives and friends, all esteemed colleagues, for being here to celebrate on this day. I'm honored to say a few words today. And thank you in advance for your time and for listening to my thoughts. I am so very proud of all of you. So very, very proud of you. I love you. Yesterday, a well-known individual gave a commencement speech in our state. What an honor to acknowledge the graduates in Watertown. I kind of feel the same way today. What an honor to acknowledge our graduates here at PH. I was thinking, one day my grandchildren might remember that I gave a talk the same weekend President Obama spoke to our great state. He saved the best for last. We know that. We are the best. Also, I wanted to acknowledge my husband, Sam. He's a graduate of Blackhill State. He's so proud of being a part of this university, and so proud that I'm to be a part, and other relatives who graduated from here as well. We have a strong commitment to PhD spirit into our Black Hills. The reason why I started the talk today, I love looking ways to acknowledge oneself to the Creator, to that which is holy. It is also our way to give thanks for our lives and for the special gifts that have been given to all of us, to all things that grow and live on Mother Earth, on Uchimaka, Grandmother Earth. So I believe that's why I'm standing here today, to give a formal what we love, a thanksgiving for all the learning that's taken place these past few years for you graduates, and to honor and recognize the many teachers of these students, our retiring faculty. Collectively, we are thanking the Creator for the many gifts that have been given to us and the goals that have been attained. If this was a true ceremonial walk of the way, I would have my relatives walking around smudging you. Some of you know what that is. Some of you students that have been in my classes, all of you have gone through the smudging. We have smudged you with sage and sweetgrass and spoke to you about the importance of knowing yourself, knowing who you are in this world. And that's what we would be doing. So think in your mind that there's sage and sweetgrass in this facility, and we're smelling that and being smudged by that. Last night we had a very special honoring ceremony for our American Indian students and our American Indian Studies majors and minors. We gave them plumes and feathers and medicine wheels. You see some of the graduates with their plumes and feathers on. I want you to all think of yourselves as having, if you don't have a medicine wheel or a plume or a feather on, I want you to think of yourself as having what's on in your mind. Because that was our prayer last night. We prayed for all the graduates, including all of you that are sitting here and your families. I wanted also to explain, I said Vidakayaki, my relatives. There's also another term that we use a lot in our program plays and in prayers. And it is two simple words, but two very deep, important words. And those words are Midakuye Onyasi. Midakuye Onyasi. It's translated as for all my relatives, or more loosely, we are all related. And we as human beings are indeed related, aren't we? We walk on two legs. Sometimes we crawl onto one of our knees. We're going to walk. And we're related because we're human beings, but we're also related because we are in that medicine wheel, that sacred wheel of black, red, yellow, and white. We are all part of Mother Earth. We're all part of the earth and the universe, just as everything else is. We say Kakuye Oyasi, we also mean all that is living on Earth. So that includes the animals, the birds. It also includes the rocks, the trees, and even those things that we're kind of scared of. Some of you students know that I'm scared to death of snakes. Even includes the snakes on Mother Earth. So we even have to pray for them. But that's what Midakuye Oyasi means. When we say those two words, that means we acknowledge all that is holy, everything in the universe. So I do not say those words lightly when I say them. They are a prayer, they are a charge, they are a way of living at life. Each one of us is on a Zuya, the Lakota word for journey. You've already started your journey. You started your journey when you were a little person, crawling, walking. Sometimes the road is difficult, but hopefully we learn from our mistakes, because we all make them. As a Lakota, one of the first lessons to live with is compassion. Dr. Jackson talked about caring. I did that. Caring. The Lakota word for that is Kushikichilapupo. It's kind of a job. Kushikichilapupo. I want everybody to see up. I don't want everybody to say it. Think of it in your mind. Live with compassion. Live with compassion. Although we each walk in our own moccasins, some of us boots, some of us shoes, some of us barefoot, we still walk and we still live here. We need to walk with compassion. We should be mindful of others' suffering. Sometimes we're jolted into that mindfulness. The recent catastrophe in Nepal reminds us what can happen and what does happen. It's been reported that nearly 1 million children in Nepal have been affected by the earthquake and are in urgent need for humanitarian assistance. We are mindful of others' suffering. We know about these things because technological advances in the internet keep us informed, and sometimes they even launch us into action. We have the gift of compassion to help others. But let's look closer at home. Previously mentioned giving thanks for the special gifts in life. One gift is acquiring a formal education. New graduates have excelled at academics and their degrees are proof of that. The retiring faculty in this platform have many years of experience and expertise in the classroom. We thank you for your commitment to teaching and research and service. You have used your special gifts in a good way, and our students are thankful for that. We thank the Creator for the gift and blessings of education. H2. I'm half done. Oops, I'm losing my hat. That's what I was worried about when I was walking up with the mace. I'll lose my hat. There are many other gifts that are given by the Creator. There are those of you that excel at sports or may performing arts and music and dance and theater and many other things. Everyone is given a special gift. Some were given many, but I think you realize it by now that it's up to each of us to develop and share these gifts in a positive way. I heard a song this morning, one of my favorite singers is James. I can't remember his last name. James. Shower the people with love. Shower the people. What is he? Taylor. There. James Taylor. Senior moment. And so that's one of the things too. I think you need to give the gift of love. Shower the people with love. That's one of my favorite songs. Another gift, the gift of place. It's not by chance. You're here for a reason. You're here to pursue your degree, obviously, but you are here in the Black Hills where you're supposed to be. I'm just not talking about the Black Hills State, although I am, but I'm talking about the Black Hills, the Hesafa, here the Black Hills. And this is such a wonderful place. Those of you that are visiting here, you can feel it. Even in the rain and all the coldness that we might be getting, it's still a beautiful place to live. It's still a beautiful place to pray at and be. I'm so really thankful that I've been able to be here and live in the Black Hills for this is my 31st year at Black Hills State this year. And I love to teach. I love to be able to do what I love to do. I love to teach. I love to serve. And hopefully I help others inspire and to want to learn as well. So I'm grateful for that opportunity to be here. Why how time flies when you're having fun and what you love, and we love what you do. And you're thinking, hurry up, Jace, you get done any time now. I know, been there. Speaking of time, our time on Mother Earth is limited. So it behooves us all to do the best that we can in the limited time that we are given. You know, I have a lot of people to thank for the role models in my life. My grandmother still has to met there. Many other loved and non-loved relatives who shared their wisdom. We've heard some of these words before, you've heard these things, but they're worth repeating, I think. Love what you do, keep searching, follow your heart, follow your intuition, do those kinds of things. I'm going to regress here a little bit. I wasn't quite sure where to put this, but I think probably when I talk about love, the first thing that comes to mind are grandmothers and mothers, fathers and grandparents too. But tomorrow is Mother's Day, and what I'm going to be doing, maybe, if I don't get snowed out, is to stand at Bear Creek. Bear Creek is one of the most sacred places on earth. And my husband and I have stood at Bear Creek every Mother's Day since 1980 to acknowledge all the mothers in the world. And so this is the prayer that I hope you'll think in your heart tomorrow on Mother's Day. The words. We are standing for the world's children and grandchildren, and for the 7 generations to come. We dream of a world where all of our children have safe drinking water, clean air to breathe, and enough food to eat. A world where they have access to a basic education, to develop their minds and healthcare to nurture their growing bodies. A world where they have a warm, safe, and loving place to call home. A world where they don't live in fear and violence in their homes, in their neighborhoods, in their schools, and in their world. This is the world of which we dream. This is the cause for which we stand. That's why I go there every Mother's Day to pray for the world and pray for all the mothers and pray for peace in the world. Pray for those 2 young for recognition. May they serve our country and keep it peaceful. This is my hand. I begin. I was blessed to have a wonderful spiritual mentor, many mentors, I mentioned, and a wise grandfather. Frank Bhsu is his name. He's also known as Father Kulon, the Eagle Bear. He always used these words in his philosophy. He said, he would tell people, look in me, not at me, because I love all of you. In other words, see others with the eyes of your heart. Look at people for who they are, not for what they look like. The love of the word for children is wakaija, sacred how young children see others with the eyes of their hearts. I get all happy when I hear little kids making noise and dropping bottles and being with us today, because it makes us realize that's why we're here, for the young ones, for the next set of generations. Now I want you to think about it. If today was the last day on earth, what would you do? Think about that. Keep asking the questions. Respect oneself. Respect others in all life forms. Treasure the diverse cultures, traditions, and beliefs. Like I mentioned the medicine wheel before, we're all part of that medicine wheel. All colors, black, red, yellow, white. It's not complete unless we are all in there. One is missing, it's not complete. We need to keep that medicine wheel strong as human beings and humanity. Like Dr. Jackson says, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Lastly, maybe not so much lastly, but sort of, everyone is given a song in life.